Hey guys, well, I thought I would do one more of these sneak peek videos on something I'm working on. This is not the complete video, this is just a halfway there type thing, because these videos have been taking a long time to get the content together for them. So as you know, we've been working on this Plymouth in here on and on and on and on all weekend, all winter rather. I wish it was all weekend, but it's a series of weekends, never-ending weekends. And it's mostly ready to go back together. I have just a few little things to do, body work related, and then we're going to start sticking it back together. So hopefully get into that this weekend after I mow the grass. Can you tell it needs it? And we're going to get out the $100 Uncle Phil mower. I've already had it out and serviced it, and I got to put a belt on it again. This is one of the many belts I've put on it, but that mower, it's been the third year I've used that mower, and so far it just won't quit. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm finishing up a project here on this pickup truck. You've seen this truck several times, and not much of it lately because I haven't been driving it. Just kind of let it sit over the winter, just ran it periodically, keep the battery up. But this truck had some rust issues in the right-hand floorboard, so that's what I've been working on. I had to cut out the right floorboard, and it got into the inside rocker, which is that piece, and then part of the top of the outside rocker, that's the outside rocker there. So I had to get all that stuff. But you can order that, order the inside rocker, the outside rocker, and I don't know if you can order part of that seat pedestal, but I had to replace that because I don't remember if this is it or not, but somewhere in here I have that piece that I cut out. Yeah, this is it. This is a piece I cut out of the side of the seat, and you can see it's just all snaggly and rusted and everything. And you can just look at the back of it, it's even worse. Get a better idea what kind of shape it's in. So, piece of crap. So I had to go through and do my favorite thing, which is rebuild the side of that thing by hand. So cut out and make all the patches and everything and do all that. So I've been working on seam sealing it, and then I'm going to go back over it maybe with something else. I have an idea what I've got to do, or what I want to do rather, to make it look nice and uniform. But like I said, we still got a piece to put on here, so I got that to do last. But that's what I'm working on, this little sneak peek, and we're going to be doing the floor covering and the seat for it, which is back there. Good Lord willing, if he keeps us here and keeps us healthy, we'll get into this. But I'm ready to get this thing back on the road because I miss driving it, and I need to use it to do things. Thanks for watching, guys. Everybody stay safe and try to stay healthy, and try not to go cuckoo being in the house all the time. So I was asked, before I cut off here, I was asked about what's up here with that thing, and my job, what I do, the company I work for is involved in the grocery supply business. So we are what's considered essential because everybody got to eat. So I have to work. I'm required to. I can't just sit here because it wouldn't bother me. I mean, it would if I was supposed to be working, but I like being at home. But I'm in the thick of it. So I go to work every day, and I wear my gloves, and I wear my mask, and I just deal with it. The crowds last week at the grocery store were incredible. It was, people say on YouTube a lot, you hear them say it's crazy. That is for real. It was crazy last week. I mean, people are just, sometimes in some cases they are crazy, I guess, but so they've wiped the grocery stores out of everything can be wiped out of, and then they're wiping them out of medicine and all that. So we've just been hustle this week. And then, unfortunately, as I kind of expected, our supplier that supplies some of this, not what they call non-foods, they have their own chain of stores, a large well-known chain, which I'm not going to name, of course, for privacy reasons, but they supply us secondary to that. And so, as you can well imagine, they started running into problems with their own stores, keeping them supplied. So they just basically said, no, you're not getting anything. So we had to go to plan B on that. That's about all I can say about it. It's been kind of rough. So we've been trying to deal with it as best we can, but everybody's been pretty understanding, uh, this is just something that it just blows my mind. I wouldn't have, we get so used to our way of life, and we think of ourselves as the best country. No, I don't know if it's the best, but you know, a developed country like this, and when you think of an incurable disease, I need to look up the difference between pandemic and epidemic, I guess, but a crisis. But when you think of something like this, you think of a country that's somewhere way overseas. It seems like it always happens. That's kind of silly to say it like that, but somewhere that maybe doesn't have the access to modern top of the line medical care and research and things like that. You think, well, that's always going to happen over there. It's always going to happen in one of these small countries that's just disadvantaged. We don't have to worry about it. Well, we do have to worry about it, evidently. First in my lifetime, and probably a lot of us, we've ever had something like this happen, and this is, as I just said, this is definitely uncharted territory. So, all we can do is, if you pray that this curve, as they call it, is going to begin to flatten and go trend downward. Or if you don't pray, then just hope that it does. Do whatever you want to do, but let's just be optimistic about it. And again, I urge people, don't be, if you're naturally a resistant person who's resistant to discipline or instruction or laws or regulation or anything like that, then this is the time that you need to set that aside, in my opinion, and just do what they're asking us to do. I know there's people saying, well, the government's just trying to grab power. Let's just not get into that. Nobody's here making us. There's no guards posted out here at the end of the driveway or at the end of the road. It's not like that. So let's just do what we're supposed to be doing. I think everybody, we're adaptable as people. When I remember back about 8 or 9 years ago when we had a series of tornadoes come through this state, it knocked a lot of power out, and it was crazy how people just didn't take very long at all to learn how to come to an intersection that had traffic lights that were dark because there's no power. You treat that as a four-way stop. It was insane to me. It made me feel good that people caught on that quick to that, and it just became automatic. So we'll do what we need to do to get through this. People are doing well with it, I think. So I urge everybody to try to do the best you can, but just stay home. If you don't have to go anywhere, just stay home. Life will go on, and at some point in the future, as the saying goes, this too shall pass, and we'll be back to normal. And I think after this, it's going to be one of these things that a lot of people, it's going to change their outlook on life a little bit. A lot of people are going to be more cautious and more thankful, and they're going to make sure they buy a lot more toilet paper and a lot more hand sanitizer and a lot more paper towels in the future. All right, guys. Well, I got to push my welder in, so I got that running again too. How about that? Just starting to dry it up. I haven't been to the thrift store in a while. I kind of got out of that maybe this year. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Hope everybody's doing well. Have a good one.